After Tony Stark starts suffering from unbearable headaches that seem way too extreme to be normal, doctors run tests and uncover something impossible. An actual Infinity Stone is somehow growing inside his brain. Before the Avengers can even figure out how to help, Tony is suddenly kidnapped by the Maker, the dark and dangerous version of Mr. Fantastic from another reality. Reed chains Stark to an operating table inside his secret lab and begins a brutal procedure to remove the stone for himself, while Tony remains fully conscious, forced to endure every second of the pain. Barely able to speak, Iron Man asks why Reed would do something this insane. The Maker calmly explains that long ago, an entire dying world tried using the Infinity Gauntlet to stop a devastating catastrophe but failed completely. Now, believing the exact same disaster is heading toward their universe, Reed is convinced collecting all 6 Infinity Stones is the only way to stop it. Even as Tony desperately demands proof, the Maker coldly ignores him and removes the part of his brain connected to speech, silencing him completely. Meanwhile, the Avengers launch a rescue mission, but things immediately go wrong. Captain America and Hawkeye are captured by Kang the Conqueror, while Thor ends up locked in battle against Hulk and ultimately loses, getting thrown into prison alongside Steve. Elsewhere, Invisible Woman and the Thing attempt to break into Reed's base by themselves, but are quickly stopped by Quicksilver, who is now following the Maker's orders. Back in the lab, Reed finally removes the Infinity Stone and decides to eliminate Tony for good by shutting off his oxygen supply. But Tony had prepared for the worst. Just moments before dying, he transfers his consciousness into the power grid and remotely activates his Iron Man armor. The suit bursts into the lab, catches the Maker off guard, and frees the captured heroes. Reunited at last, the Avengers prepare for one final battle. But before victory comes, the battlefield shakes violently as Kang reveals a shocking truth. She is actually a version of Invisible Woman from another universe. With Hulk and Quicksilver joining the Maker's side, chaos erupts into a massive war that tears everything apart. Somehow, the heroes eventually manage to win and finally capture Reed. When Susan asks why he caused so much destruction, the Maker calmly explains he only acted because of what he discovered: a signal from deep space carrying one terrifying word: hunger, a warning that the World Eater Galactus is coming.